Hello, everyone. Welcome to our discussion. Today, we are going to talk about some important and current topics that directly affects us as students. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my friends. These are my friends, Berna, Miraj, and Ezra. They will share their opinions and answer some questions during our discussion. Let's start with our first topic. Topic 1: AI. Will it help re- replace students or help them? Artificial intelligence is becoming a big part of our daily lives. Many students use AI tools for homework, research, and learning. Some people think it is helpful, while others believe it's dangerous. So let's explore different perspectives. First question is to Miraj, and do you think AI is helpful for students or is it dangerous? Why?
I think AI can be very helpful if we use it correctly. For example, when I don't understand a topic, AI can explain it in a simpler way. It saves time and helps me study more efficiently. However, I also believe that if students copy everything from AI without thinking, it becomes dangerous. The problem is not AI itself, but how we use it. If we use it as support, it's positive. If we depend on it too much, it can reduce our critical thinking skills.
Thank you for that balanced opinion. Now let's look at more critical perspective. Our second question is to Berna. Do you think using AI for homework reduces students' creativity and critical thinking?
In my opinion, all can make students lazy. Many students already use all to write easy or do homework without understanding the topic. If we stop thinking for ourselves, we will lose creativity. School is not only about finishing homework, it is about developing our minds. If all does everything for us, what is the point of learning? I think schools should control all use carefully.
By the way, Berna, it's not pronounced all, it's pronounced AI, but it's not a problem. It's an interesting point though. But what about the future? Let's think long term. In the future, will knowing how to AI be an important skill for the students, Azra?
I see AI as part of the future. In many jobs, people will use AI tools, so maybe learning how to use AI is actually a skill. Instead of banning it, schools should teach students how to use it responsibly. AI will not replace students, but students who know how to use AI may replace those who don't.
As we can see, AI has both risks and opportunities. Let's move to our second topic. Our second topic is social media is changing our brains. Almost all of us use social media every day. It connects us, entertains us, and informs us. But many experts say it also affects our brain, attention span, and mental health. Let's hear different opinions. Our first question to Berna. Do you think social media affects our attention span and focus?
I think social media definitely affects our attention span. Short videos make it harder to focus on long tasks. Sometimes I open my phone just for 5 minutes and suddenly 1 hour passes. It reduces productivity. However, I also think self control is important. Social media is not the enemy, your habits are.
That's a strong point about habits. Now let's talk about mental health. Our second question is to Miraj. How does social media affect teenagers' mental health and self-confidence?
For me, the biggest issue is comparison on social media. Everyone looks successful and happy. When we constantly compare ourselves, it can lower our confidence. Especially teenagers can feel pressure, but at the same time, social media helps us connect and express ourselves. So it has both positive and negative sides.
So maybe it's not completely negative. Let's explore that idea further. Our third question is to Azra. Is social media completely harmful, or is it just about how we use it?
I believe social media is a tool. It can educate us, inform us, and connect us globally. But too much usage can cause addiction and anxiety. The solution is not deleting social media completely, but learning digital balance. Maybe schools should teach digital responsibility.
Great insights. Now let's move to our final topic. Topic 3. Why are young people so stressed today? Even I'm stressed, so this is an interesting topic. Today, many young people say they feel stressed or anxious. Compared to previous generations, there seems to be more pressure on students. But why is that? Moving on to our first question, it's to Miraj. And is academic pressure the main reason why students feel stressed?
I think academic pressure is the biggest reason. Students are expected to get high and choose the right career at a very young age. Exams decide our future, and that creates anxiety. Sometimes we feel like one mistake can ruin everything. That pressure can be overwhelming.
Academic pressure is definitely important, but what about the future? Question 2, this question goes to Berna. Does uncertainty about the future increase stress among young people?
I believe uncertainty about the future is the main cause. Technology is changing jobs and the economy is unstable. Many young people are afraid they won't find secure jobs. This fear creates long-term stress. Compared to the past, the future feels less predictable.
That's true. The future feels uncertain, but maybe there's another perspective. Let's ask our third question to Azra. Are young people really more stressed than before, or are they just more open about mental health?
I also think young people today are more open about mental health. Maybe previous generations were also stressed, but they didn't talk about it. We are more honest about anxiety and depression. That's actually a positive change, even if it makes stress more visible.
Thank you everyone for listening to our discussion. As we can see, all these topics have different perspectives. There's no single correct answer. What really matters is being aware, thinking critically, and finding balance in our lives. We hope this discussion made you think. Thank you again and have a great day.